grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The veneer of a new season is gone as we hit the middle third of the schedule. It's away here in Week 7. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Herbert throwing right away. And the Raiders are off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession. Oh, baby, this stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock. But that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd, especially as a quarterback. It's your job to quiet that home crowd. But an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
2nd and 3 now. A tight end in motion now. From the 20 on 2nd down. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
He was defended by Tuli Umotu.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Forced out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. Third down coming. Back-to-back carries here. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. It's only 2 on the pickup, and they remain 2 yards shy as it brings up 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They send a tight end in motion. Trying for it with Burrow. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. All right, so with the penalty, a chance to go for 2 from the 1, or they could elect to try a shorter kick. All right, now another opportunity to convert this 2-point try.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Trying for it on the ground. And he'll get in. That gives him an 8-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
They're on the 30-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Completed to his running back.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
They kick the running back in motion. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10, Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Ladd McConkey. And it's going to be 2nd down.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit. So
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Herbert to throw once more. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Burrow from the gun. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. The rookie from Florida in on that stop.
You know, kid, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll run here from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
On third down, here's Burrow. He has the first over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Putting a receiver in motion. On first down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the well again. Space to the left. And he's finally taken down at the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. 8-0 is our score. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back and excited to start this second quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. Goodson runs it in for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders grow their lead to 14-0. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders lead by 15 now. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And they've got a long field ahead. Brock got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Going deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is in! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Goodson has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown! The Raiders grow their lead on the turnover. Brock Bowers, the touchdown! When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He lets one fly deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Well into this 1st half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Play action now. Burrow. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Second and 6 coming up here. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Continuing to dig, he's inside the 25. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Raiders first.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Putting the tight end in motion. First down, Burrow to throw. Complete here to Bowers. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Raiders first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. 9 yards on that play, and they're just a yard out now on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Burrow. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Raiders parlay the interception into points. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He puts everything behind this one. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. And now it's 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Buys time, rolling right. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Now Herbert again. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Chargers in possession. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Herbert throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Conversion unlikely, but the offense is going for it. 4th and 13. They snap it to Herbert. Finds McConkey. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. That'll be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down, ball at the 36. Here's the first give to Gus Edwards. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Throwing on first is Herbert. Gets out of trouble. Has it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Herbert. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing now, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half. We better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Brown's kick is up and good, and the deficit shrinks to 26. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball's headed to the 40. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. First and 10 from the 41. Burrow out of the shotgun. This will be caught by Cooper. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets up the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On first down, here's Burrow. Complete. It's Cooper. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Junior Colson. Hits the 20. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Thrown to the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers get it back to a 19-point deficit. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Trey Tucker to return it. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They're out and set, first and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 21. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He's got the hook up to Cooper. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Burrow to the air now. That's completed right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
It's now 2nd and 10.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Lone back gets the handoff. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Stopped by Dayon Henley. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. They give it to him again. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
Going to the ground again on first. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled on the play by Puna Ford. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Chargers will have a first.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Chargers have it to start the 4th in a game that seems pretty far out of reach. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Running behind center with Edwards. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. Working quickly here. Herbert now to throw on 3rd. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll come up 1st and 10. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers putting up points in a game decided. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers get it back to a 19-point deficit.
Chargers 17.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Tucker now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
1st and 10 from the 41. Burrow setting to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Going left side, Bowers has it. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Running it now out of the gun. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. And now it's 3rd and short.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
4th down, Burrow. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion. All set up now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He has the touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, more than likely for more games to come.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders continue piling on to this lead.
Chargers 17.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And it's fielded but not returned from the end zone, so the ball's going to be placed at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, that's why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running it again with Dobbins. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he's stopped. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Here's Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. 4th down coming up. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
That's cut beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Looking right, and he finds him. And a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They send the tight end in motion. Man in motion here. Herbert to throw once more. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Now Herbert again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. Throwing the out route complete. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. It's Herbert once more. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. You get a pick six, you get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense. All right, so with the penalty, a chance to go for 2 from the 1, or they could elect to try a shorter kick. Pretty good lead in hand already. They're still just taking the extra point from the 10. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through.
Next to the score, Raiders 50, Chargers 17.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Herbert back to it after the pick. This into the hands of Will Dissly. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From midfield on 2nd down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Herbert throwing again. Caught near the pylon. And he gets it to the 1, but goes out just before the goal line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
Edwards will take it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers still trail by a lot. It's a 26-point differential.
24.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Trying to find Brock Bowers. So second down coming up. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
They kick the running back in motion. On third down, here's Burrow. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. To throw again, it's Burrow. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards them, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
One final shot here. And this won't affect the outcome, but a positive note to end it as he scores as time expires. The Chargers putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt, but hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
And that one is through, so take a final point shot for what's still a pretty big lead as this game comes to a close. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row.